And interestingly, a lot of people, I mean, I had messages sent to me, a picture of Harry Maguire standing in a position which has led to this really costly equaliser. Is he someone that we can put the finger of blame on for this goal?
What I've just said is, with Everton, that's by design. I don't particularly like it. It doesn't mean it's wrong. With Liverpool, again, that's by design. That's what they want to do. They want to push up high. I think United have made a mistake here, and I think they've got it wrong. And it's neither sort of... Well, listen, it's too deep. If you're asking me where that line should be, it should be at least 3 or 4 yards further up the pitch.
You agree with that, Chris?
I would say further. I would
really?
say, yeah, I would ask... Listen, let's take this in context. This is the last minute, last kick of the game. It's human nature to try and protect your goal if you're a defender. And I've been there myself, and you thought, no, let's be a bit more cautious and we'll defend a bit deeper, and I'll try and head this away. But any other time in the game, I'd be saying, yeah, there's the line there that Jamie just written. That's what I'd be comfortable with, because they're far too deep, in my opinion, there.
Yeah. So we both agree they're too deep. Harry Maguire's had a lot of criticism. And the first bit of criticism, which I think is right, is that he's the leader at the back. He's the captain. He's got to decide where that line is. So that line's wrong. It is wrong. The next piece that he's got criticism for is playing people on side. I have got sympathy for him. And I'll just show you now. And he just drops off. As the ball's about to come in, he's behind everyone. So he's now playing the Everton players on side. The reason I've got sympathy for him, because I can put myself in that position. And I'll tell you why. Rafa Benitez used to be on at me about that with free kicks late in the game constantly. I didn't have the nerve to hold the line. I'd be that nervous about conceding a goal, and I'd think, I need to head this away. And I'm going to get up, and I'll tell you why. When you're Harry Maguire in that position, and it was the position I'd be in, when you're at the back of the line, or certainly in the middle, and there's bodies everywhere, some players are offside, some players are making runs, a lot of the time you can't see the ball, and you're jumping, you're jostling. And what I would do, which was a mistake all the time, was I'd want to drop 2 yards so I could almost see the ball. And I almost think Harry Maguire has taken too much responsibility. And that's what I used to do at times. And I'd think, I want to head the ball. I want to be the one. I'm that nervous, I'm going to head this. And you drop off a little bit to then go and attack it and come through people. So I think that's the mistake he's made. He hasn't been brave enough, but I can put myself in that situation. Similar to you, Chris, certainly late on in the game, as you mentioned before.
Yeah, I think he's thinking, I'm the dominant one here, I'm going to head this. But again, when we talk about patterns of play and synchronicity, which is the big word, the way Marcelo Bielsa works in his patterns, everybody's got to be in sync. Free kicks and set plays, it's the same responsibility. You've got to be all on the same wavelength, because if one of you's not, like Harry Maguire there, he's just been pushed back a yard, which plays all the Everton players on side. But he's done it, I think, because he thinks, I'm going to be the one here that's going to head this away. It's the last action of the game. We know the ball's coming in. I'm going to be the one that takes the responsibility and heads it away. So if he's guilty of anything, he's just taken too much responsibility. And he's the leader there, and he's got to keep that line high. But like I said, it should have been higher to start with for me. But once he's there, he's got to stay in sync with everybody else.
The reason we say about the line should be high, and I'll just show you why. As it comes in, the first header, let's take it back slightly.
Right on the edge.
Right on the edge of the box. Sorry. Now, if they start higher, as me and Chris have both said and mentioned, they'll head the ball where they started. So where the initial line was, correct, that's where they would have headed it. And you just see the too deep, and it's Harry Maguire at the back post, and they get done, and the goalkeeper's got to do a lot more.
I mean, it's not just Harry Maguire. I mean, he's been labelled there. It's the way they've dealt, the whole of the United players there, the way they've dealt with the first one, and when it lands on the second one, nobody's anywhere where they should be. So it's not just, all right, Harry Maguire plays people on side. After that, if one person makes a mistake, then it's up to everybody else to try and get him out of trouble. But the players around Harry, they're not doing any favours. They haven't even gone with runners. It's a staggered line, and I just think they've got nervous because it's the last action of the game, and they've dealt with it the wrong way.